What's up guys, this is Kobe here. Now today I'm going to bring you guys a video on how to prep for 5th job. These are 5 decent ways to prep for MapleStory's 5th job update that's coming to GMS either late November or mid-December, somewhere around there. So it was kind of weird for me to make this because it's like there's really nothing much to it other than some little extra things that I added in. Other than just doing your dailies. Like, if you've been doing your dailies every day, prepping for 5th job, I mean, you're already good to go. But there's a little few more things that I wanted to add in here while we were on the topic. So, there are some of you watching that I've already met the criteria for. All of these tips that I'm going to give you guys. And if you do, well then, congratulations. You're already ready for 5th job. All you have to do is just sit there and do nothing for the next month and a half. That's gonna suck, but yeah. So if you don't think you've met all these standards, then go ahead and watch the video. We're gonna get straight into it. Let's go. Leveling up. Who would have thought leveling after 200 would actually finally matter? Well, it does after 5th job now. So I'm going to give you guys, showing on the screen here, some level milestones, some stamps that you guys should really get to before 5th job, and I'm going to explain each and every single one. So at level 200, obviously, you get 5th job and you access the Road to Vanishing, as well as the 4 base core slots that you get for you to put your 5th job skill in, another 5th job skill, and a couple enhancement cores, just to boost damage a little bit. 206, the next milestone. You get your 5th core slot. It's good for, I guess, another skill, another enhancement core, boost your damage a little bit more. 210, Choo Choo Island, which is, I think, is my favorite place in all of MapleStory, because y'all already love Choo Choo Island, but I'm just saying. But anyway, you get another symbol at Choo Choo Island, so expect a damage juice from there as well. Level 212, 6 core slot. Another core slot for skill cores, enhancement cores, whatever you want to use. And then your 7th core slot at level 218. Once again, another skill core, enhancement core, maybe decent skills or something like that. Something that you just don't have, or more enhancement cores to just boost the damage. And then level 220, you gain your access to Latchling and you are eligible to fight Lucid, but your damage on Lucid will be madly reduced. Even if you do have 360 Arcane Force, you'll be doing 70% of the damage that you should be doing to it. That's basically 70% of your damage that you do on Cvel. So, 224, 8th core slot. Once again, use that to upgrade yourself. 230, you have reached Lucid's same level, but you have not reached the full damage that you can deal on her, which is going to be at 235. Oh yeah, as well as the 9th core slot at 230, but we already know what's happened over there. 235, full damage on Lucid. Once you fund yourself a little bit more, you'll actually be useful in a Lucid party. And I believe Lucid can get killed on GMS because of a 9-minute kill that was on KMS here recently. Ridiculous. But anyways, level 236, 242, 248, you just get your last 3 core slots. And then 250, max level just for the hell of it. Like, you're already 248, like, you're so close. Why would you just stop at 248 just because you want that core slot? Nah, that's really not how I look at it. But yeah, those are the level milestones that you should reach. Leveling is actually important now, and it can help with hyperstat as well and other skills, I think. But that's basically what it's used for, and that's it for the leveling portion. So now we are moving on to the next topic. Now we are on the topic of saving Meso. Now, this is what I get from doing my dailies, farming, weeklies, whatever I do to get Mesos. But now, the reason why you need to save your money is for arcane symbols. Get this arcane force. I'm going to tell you guys how much you need to get all 3 arcane symbols from level 1 to level 15. And that's going to be 2,601,480,000 Mesos. This is a chart right here that shows the cumulative cost for arcane symbols leveling up. And there's also milestones that you can reach with Arcane Force that give you 1.5 times damage in Arcane River maps. It gives you that really good boost, helps with training, especially if you're not really that strong. And then this will help you one-shot the mobs for better EXP gain, better farming means, and whatnot. So, Lake of Oblivion, the 30 Arcane Force map, you need 50 Arcane Force for bonus damage. Volcanic Mountain, 50 Arcane Force, 80 Arcane Force for bonus damage. Cave, 80 Arcane Force, 120 Arcane Force for bonus damage. And now we're moving on to Choo Choo Island. The first area, 100 Arcane Force, you need 150 Arcane Force for bonus damage, as well as the easy mode in Hungry Mudo Party Quest. That requires 100 Arcane Force to actually do damage, and then 150 for the bonus. Choo Choo Island, 130 Arcane Force, which is the swimming little areas. That requires 200 Arcane Force for bonus damage, 160 Arcane Force Bow Mountain, that's 240. Latchland Back Alley, I don't even know if that's what it's called, but that's where I was training out with the big old fence heads. That 190 Arcane Force there, you need 290 Arcane Force for bonus damage, which is exactly how much I have now. And then the Latchland area, which is like, you know, where the chickens and all that are, 210 Arcane Force, you need 320 Arcane Force for bonus damage. And then we hurry up to the Clock Tower, which is one of the best training maps in the game, of course. 240 Arcane Force. You need 360 Arcane Force for the bonus damage. And then hidden maps in Lucid, not possible. The maximum amount of Arcane Force you can get is 510. You will need 540 Arcane Force for those, and that can't happen. So how this works for Arcane Symbol farming is, like, you're not going to be spending this money right away. In fact, I'm going to tell you how long it's going to take you guys. So, you need 1,169 symbols required from level 1 to 15. Road of Vanishing dailies give you 8 a day. So, if you do some math right there a little bit, it's going to take you 147 days. 147 days to finish Road of Vanishing dailies. And then, Choo Choo Island PQ, 15 symbols a day from hard mode, 78 days. 78 days from Choo Choo Island. If you miss one day, it's going to be 79. Same for World of Vanishing, 148. Just keeps going up if you miss days. And then Latchland farming, forever. Don't really think you're going to max that anytime soon. There's in-gamers who have level 15 Rav, level 15 Choo Choo Island, and Latchland level 8. It's just ridiculous. I'm not really sure why they did that. And yeah, if you want to save more Meso, you can also save more Meso if you are in normal servers only. People that are selling core gemstones, I don't really see why anybody would, unless they're extremely poor and they're trying to boost their range before cores actually work for them. You can go ahead and buy their cores, and that's going to be it. Alright, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this topic, but it is really important for people watching my videos and you still haven't really gotten to that point yet. You need to try your absolute best to reach 500k clean range before 5th chop comes out. Reason being is if you don't reach 500k clean, you're going to get more of a power boost than investing in equips than investing in cores. Just because there's still so much more left for you to upgrade. Meaning, I guess this goes for reboot and normal servers as well. If you haven't done it yet, try your best to reach 9% stat on your gear. Epic. I've figured ways to be farming this. I'm not really sure GMS wise. Normal servers, try your best to farm reward points from bosses, as well as doing monster collection to get red Qs from the reward point shop in the cash shop. And with that, you can also fight bosses for Master Craftsman cubes. You can fight bosses, you can farm pianists. I shouldn't be saying that. Pianist's gonna be dead. But that's pretty much what you get. You get Master Craftsman cubes. Drop rate is super low, but also abuse events that give you Master Craftsman cubes, so you are able to cube your items to 6 to 9% stat. And then you guys have Gollux as well. Gollux, really nice stat boost. So you'd want that. CRA, see if you can get in Tyrants. Empress if you can do Tyrants. CRAs should be fairly cheap. Reboot, try to ask for carries. I do want to talk about something around the lines of that here later. But try your best to just get 9% stat epic on gear. Your 3 so-called weapons, which are your main weapon, your sub weapon, and your emblem, should be unique or above. Unique or above with 2 lines of good potential. In your armor, epic with at least 2 lines of useful potential, like 9% stat. And that's a little guide how to reach 500k range. I'm not really sure how to farm all these cubes in GMS, but there are some veterans that you can ask that will definitely help you on getting cubes in main servers. And reboot, it's just simple farming. So moving on to the next topic. Drop rate gear. I cannot stress this enough. I guarantee you guys right now, it is one of the most important needed items for 5th job, especially players. You guys in reboot, this is almost a requirement if you want to be hunting in the 5th job grounds of Arcane River. Because if you don't got these drop rate gears, these core symbol drops are gonna be so bad, you're just gonna be crying, and you can't even buy them in the market because y'all don't play in normal servers. It's gonna be terrible if you don't have drop rate gear. It's gonna be bad. But since you guys are in reboot, normal servers as well, you should try to be your best to cube drop rate gear. So what I've seen is that you can cube drop rate gear on about 9 items. One thing that I should get, you guys should get Greed Pendant. Greed Pendant gives 20% equip. Not usables, not consumables, but equip drop rate. So that doesn't really affect cores, but it affects symbols, and those are 10 times rarer than core gemstones are. So you might want to cube some drop rate on that, around 20 to 40%. 40% is super duper hard since that's 2 legendary lines. So just go for 20% instead. You can get 40% if you're lucky, but you want to get a Greed Pendant, another pendant, I say like Horntail or something. 4 rings. I don't know what rings you guys in GMS will be using over there, but I say Gollux or Blackgate. I know Reboot should be using some Gollux rings that aren't superior, because superior should be the only Gollux ring that you'll be using, and then you can use the other Gollux rings with drop rate. In the main servers, I'm not really sure about the Blackgate drop rate. You can use those, or you can get Tempest or Pinnacle rings or whatnot. And then face accessory, eye accessory, and earrings. Sweetwater will do. You will be using, try your best to use the Blackgate face accessory for in-game, because the SS ring event that's coming here soon for reboot players. But then Sweetwater eye, earrings. You can get one of the weaker Gollux earrings for that. But I'm not really sure eye accessory. The Zokum may work. The Zokum one may work. It should. I don't know if shoulders give drop rate, but I don't have that. I didn't see that on my list. If they do, that's good. That's great. But in the end, getting all of this to at least 20% will bring you up to 180% drop rate additional. Plus 200 for equipment if you have the Greed Pendant. And remember to get the Spider Familiar as well. Oh, I wish KMS had these familiar. But Spider Familiar in Reboot, if you already have Wolf Underling, you already have Wolf Underling. That's good. But it is just super important that you guys get drop rate, and drop rate is just going to make your life so much easier in Arcane River. So don't take all these Meso farming opportunities that you have for granted, because time is really ticking, and 5th job is going to come faster than you think. So just use this time that you have now to go ahead and farm for drop rate gear. So we are going to move on to the final tip. Alright, so there's some people that probably won't agree with me on this one. And I know this one, I kind of just made this up towards the end because I was running out of ideas that you can use to prep. But it is actually very, very important that you make yourself known to some sort of community, some guild, something. Make some friends, god damn it. You gotta make some friends, because these friends will be useful for you. MapleStory is an MMO for a reason, so if you're a solo player, I'm not going to tell you to stop being a solo player, but you get more benefits by playing with people than just soloing. As you can see, because I had connections with friends, I'm able to go Lotus now, and I could potentially be doing this every week because of these 2 friends. I had 2 friends in here. It was a Night Lord and a Paladin. They invited 3 of their friends to the party, and now I'm over here running Lotus, and I might be doing this weekly. And that's what happens when you have connections. You gotta communicate with people. You gotta grow. You gotta make sure you get a little bit more known in the community. Not like, you probably don't want to be famous if you don't want to, but like I know nobody can be super popular like the people that y'all might look up to, like various YouTubers or streamers that you guys have been watching for years on end. But that's really how it is, to be honest. But what everybody can do is get into a guild, get to know the people, and become their friends. And then once you guys become their friends, you'll be able to go around the bosses and get all the items. How do you think Reboot first happened? Like, how do you think Reboot first started? It took people to grow. It took people to be able to get as high as they were able to get to. Like, when they first did HMAG took a full party, CRA took a full party. They needed all those people to be able to get those gears and to progress. And that's honestly what I had in mind for this. Just communicate and grow. I know if you're a solo player, you can stick to being a solo player, but you might be missing out on some benefits that are very useful for the game and for yourself. So that right there concludes the tips to upgrade in 5th job. I really hope this video helped you guys. I really hope you guys take advice from me, other players that you've been taking advice from and whatnot, just to make your character go a little stronger. And you Unfunded Players, 500k range is very possible. It's not hard, but it takes time. It's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna tell you this: 500k range after 5th job, it's a lot easier to get for some classes. There's classes that just don't have any final damage output at all. This final damage output is gonna be given to range, but it's not gonna increase your damage. So I say after 5th job, you might want to aim for that crisp 700, 750k clean. Unless you just don't get final damage at all, still aim for 500k. There's gonna be a final damage stat in your stat window after 5th job, showing how much final damage you get, and that should depend on how much clean range you get before you start, really investing in cores. Yeah, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, definitely be pushing out more helpful videos to you guys here later. So, I know my next video, 100 core gemstones. If you saw the little picture I had for the 4th topic drop rate, I dropped 6 of these, and then I disconnected afterwards. So your boy just lost 6 core gemstones. But I'm gonna farm 47 more. It shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna take a little break on videos and do these cores. And as soon as I get 100, I'm gonna use them, and I'm gonna upload it. Tell you guys how core gemstone really works. Because I know I've had a video of using 1 and using 5, but I haven't really used many at once, That's what I'm gonna do next. That's it. Peace out, everybody.